Welcome to the PMdistilled project management program. In this video, let us talk about the project management phases. So as discussed before, there are three streams of project management. We have the predictive project management, adaptive or agile project management, and the hybrid project management. Now let us delve deep into predictive project management. The easiest way to understand predictive project management is to travel through the natural phases of the project. They call it as the project management life cycle or the process group. It starts with initiation, followed by planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing. I'll repeat again. The 5 process groups are initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing. So what do we do with the initiation? When we start a project, only the owner of the project is there. He has a project idea. So before starting a project, one need to create a project charter. One need to formally initiate a project, and we do 2 things in project initiation. The first thing is we develop a project charter, and followed by identifying the key stakeholders. The project charter is a 5-6 page document which will contain the problem that the project is going to solve, the problem statement or the high level scope statement, followed by the business case of the project, alternatives analysis, major milestones with dates, key stakeholders, roles and responsibilities. This include the project manager's name and roles and responsibilities, the sponsor's name, roles and responsibilities, and the high-level risk of the project, major constraints and assumptions. All these things gets into the project charter, and it is approved by the project sponsor. So this is the main document which appoints a project manager for the project. And because of that, we say that project charter gives authority to the project manager. And the next step in initiation is identifying all the stakeholders or all probable stakeholders. We come out with the stakeholder list or stakeholder register. So initiation comprises of developing the project charter, assigning the project manager, and then coming out with the stakeholder register. From this stage onwards, the project manager takes the project into the planning phase, where we do the detailed requirements collection, defining the scope, then decomposing the scope into a work breakdown structure, defining the work packages, estimating the work packages, then decomposing the work packages into activities, then sequencing them based on their dependencies, then arriving at the schedule and the critical path. So the scheduling, then we have to do the risk management planning, the quality management planning, the procurement management planning, the communications management planning, the resource management planning, the stakeholder management planning. So all these things put together becomes the project plan. So project plan is not the schedule. Schedule is just part of the project plan. Project plan comprises of all these subsidiary plans. And once the planning part is completed, then we move on to the execution part of the project, where the project gets implemented or the project progresses as per the project plan. And throughout the project, we need to monitor and control the progress. So two key things need to be monitored and controlled. The first thing is the schedule. Is the project going as per the schedule? So that needs to be monitored and controlled. And are we doing things within the budget? That the cost part also need to be monitored and controlled. Here we use the earned value management system, which talks about schedule variance, cost variance, schedule performance index, cost performance index, estimated completion, and the schedule forecasting estimated date of completion and cost of completion. So the moment we have the ability to forecast things, then we can become more and more proactive in nature. So we slowly move from reactive project management to proactive project management. That means we can anticipate the problems well in advance, and before the problem happens, we can go and attack them and solve them, which is more cost effective. Then at the end of every phase and at the end of the project also, we have a formal closing process, and there is a formal handover takeover and the lessons learned and stuff like that. So this is easy. This is the natural flow of a project. So every project where we have decided to manage it in the predictive style, it passes through the phases of initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing. But actually, in real life, monitoring and controlling starts from the day one of the project and it continues till the end of the project. And when we say monitoring and controlling, primarily it is cost and schedule, but then apart from that, we need to monitor and control the risk, monitor and control stakeholder engagement, monitor and control quality, monitor and control procurement activities, monitor and control risk. So the whole gamut of the project management domain or the knowledge areas we need to monitor and control and ensure that they are within the control limit. And if possible, we should be proactive by forecasting schedule and cost, and that gives us better control on the project. I hope you understood the 5 phases of a project in the predictive project management. They are initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing. So we'll meet in the next video. Thank you very much.